Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Aisyah Kamila. First of all, I want to thank you for the opportunities in front of you guys to deliver my academic presentation. Now, let me share the PPT. In this opportunity, I will explain you about journal by the title A Study on the Impact of MALL Mobile Assist Language Learning on EFL Learners Reading Comprehensions, written by Leila Hubyari and Mehri Haddad Narafshan, PhD. Now let me begin the presentation, which is about introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is changing at high speed. People are moving from an industrial economy to one that is media driven and based on information. Technology developments with the adoption of mobile multimedia device and application have translated into huge opportunities for English such as foreign language. The role of English is quite important in Iran as developing country. Today's contemporary world has been labeled the world of information explosion, where everyone strives to stay abreast of any new step taken in science and technology. Reading in a foreign language is very useful and relatively painless way to improve the command over the target language. One of the main goals of any language organization and institute is to make language teaching and learning become more flexible and make student learning become more individual and autonomous. MAAL is teaching and learning methodology that use mobile phones or other handheld device with some form of wireless connectivity, such as phones, PDAs, and tablets, among others. O'Malley et al. 2003, page 6. Using MAL is a pedagogical technique will help the students get comprehensive understanding of the content of the material in second language learning and provides novel opportunities for language learning. Now let's move to the theoretical framework. Multimedia Principle, Mayer, 2005. Learning in multimedia environments is facilitated when the information is presented through the verbal and visual channels in a way which doesn't overload the working memory, such as presenting information by accompanying word and pictures instead of only words, placing words and pictures near rather than far from each other, presenting them simultaneously instead of successfully, and so forth. The cognitive theory of multimedia learning was popularized by the work of Richard M. Mayer and other cognitive researchers who argue that multimedia supports the way that the human brain learns. The way asserted that people learn more deeply from words and pictures than from words alone, which is referred to as the multimedia principle. Multimedia researchers generally define multimedia such as combination of the text and pictures, and suggest of multimedia learning occurs when one wields mental representation from these words and picture. The word can be spoken or written, and the pictures can be any form of graphical imagery, including illustration, photos, animation, or video. Next is about review of the literature. Mobile Assist Language Learning (MALL) is branch of technology enhanced learning which can be implemented in numerous forms including face-to-face, distant or online modes. However, different scholars in the field have underscored that MALL should be implemented in the classroom, taking the presence and learners as a paramount factor into the consideration. The early research in relation to the concept of mobile learning was closely related to the device and the potential for enabling lifelong learning. It soon became clear that rather than focusing on device, research should be on the mobility of the learner. Mobile assist language learning characterizes the use of personal portable device that enable new ways of learning, enhancing continue for spontaneity of access and interaction across different contexts of issue. Next is about reading comprehension and MALL. Computer programs could assist reading development in at least three ways: by controlling what the readers saw and how long they saw in order to promote reading strategies and automatically by providing comprehension and others exercise, and by presenting glossary and other comprehension aid. Research suggests that MALL has excellent potential for providing students with rich, real-time, collaborative, and conversational experience both in and outside the classroom. However, the focusing on MALL is mostly on speaking, vocabulary, prose, and grammar, rather than early reading skill. Now let's move to the research methodology. Research method is used a qualitative case study, and silent participant is the population of this study was intermediate female EFL students 15 until 20 years old at English Language Institute located in Kerman District. To a coverage placement test was used to have almost homogeneous group. After administrating the CPT, 40 students who were randomly and equally assigned to experimental and control groups. 20 students is each group were selected as the sample of the study. The data is collected in form of multiple choice, and some open-ended questions were used as a pretest and post-test to assess the participants' reading comprehension in both control and experimental group. Next is about result. This study has investigated the impact of MALL on Iranian EFL learners' reading comprehension. Considering the research hypothesis H1, there is a relationship between MALL and Iranian EFL learners' reading comprehension. According to the result tables 8.1 until 8.4, based on the p-value, independent sample t-test, and paired sample t-test, it can be said that there is significantly a positive relationship between MALL and Iranian EFL learners' reading comprehension, both groups experimental and control, promoted in terms of target language reading comprehension, but the findings supported the superiority of MALL. Therefore, the research hypothesis is accepted. Finally, the last is about conclusion. The current findings provide additional insight into the perception of reading comprehension via mobile phones. The major research findings show that learners favor reading comprehension via mobile phones due to the convention facilitated by the portability and accessibility of the mobile phones. The evidence from this study suggests the potential application of mobile phones is reading comprehension. The findings of the current research not only inform teachers and educators, but software developers of the potential pedagogical application of the mobile technology. Maybe that's all from me, and I'm sorry for my mistaken. Thank you for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.